It's time for Yinz Guys RC.
Welcome to another special edition of Yinz Guys RC. First of all, I'd just like to say, as of today, we have 61 subscribers. So, well, we got 39 to go before March 15th for the drawing. For a free plane, why aren't you subscribing? Do you not like me? Am I not pretty enough? I don't know. You should subscribe. But anyway, today we are going to take an in-depth look at the Blade 350 QX quadcopter. We'll start from the beginning. I've got aerial footage already. It's going to be pretty good, I think. But I'd like to hear what you think. Email me at yinzguysrc@gmail.com and let me know. So let's get on with the show. Here we go! Well, guys, here it is. The Blade 350 QX quadcopter. It has 6-axis gyro stabilization, GPS, a magnetic compass, and a barometer for altitude hold. Now this little black thing on top, that is an 808 number 16 keychain camera. It does come with a GoPro mount, but I'm not spending $200, $300 on a GoPro. I don't really need it. This thing takes fine video for me. Now, remove this back hatch. And that's your battery bay. It runs on a 3-cell 2200 battery. Now I bought the bind and fly version, and the battery did come with it. Today we will be using a Sky LiPo 40C 2200 3-cell. And what you do is you just slide it all the way up in there, Velcro it. Here's the cool part. Plug in your connectors. Now you notice there's Deans on there. I had to get the crappy EC3s out. They're not crappy. I used to be a Horizon fanboy until they screwed me 3 years in a row on a donation to a charity event we host. So, not anymore. But anyway, there you have it. The body cover is back on. And you notice there's no lights. It didn't dink or nothing. That's because this bad boy has an on-off switch right here. Now you also notice there's an LED here. A multi-function LED. Now I'm going to turn on my radio. My trusty DX8, which I've had for 3 years now. And as soon as I can get my hands on a Fly Sky or FR Sky Tyrannus, this thing's going. No more Horizon for me. So anyway, the DX8 is on. And we have all our rates on this switch. The return to home is flaps all the way down. Normal mode is flaps all the way up. And this button here, the trainer button, is the motor cutout. So, I'm going to turn it on. And I'll show you the modes. You see that green light blinking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's GPS mode. It's trying to get a GPS lock, but it's not going to happen here in the Yinz Guys RC studios. If it were, that light would go solid green. But this is GPS mode with intelligent orientation. That means no matter what direction the quad is facing, Pressing forward makes it go away from you. Pressing back makes it come to you. Like if you wanted to do a pirouetting line, say, out from you, if you just gave it full rudder and pushed straight out, it would just spin on its axis and go in a straight line. Now you can also see that it has red and blue LEDs that are very useful for flying at night. You also notice that if I push the throttle up, nothing happens. And we'll get to why in a minute. I want to get back to the LED, which you can see blinking right there. Now using the F mode switch on the radio, there's the green mode, which is the GPS mode. Basically, you can put this in the air, take your hands off of it, and it might move, say, in a 3-foot area, but that's it. It'll hold altitude, it'll hold position, and it'll hold direction. Now, I flipped the position 2. Now you see the blue LED. This flies the same as the Nano QX. All of your 6 axis gyros and accelerometers are working, but there's no GPS control. It does hold altitude, but there's no GPS. And finally, one more flick of the switch puts it into red mode. That's what they call aerobatic mode. That's no sensors, no GPS, no guidance, no nothing. That's you're flying this thing, and that's all there is to it. Now switch back to the green mode. And it seems like it actually got a GPS lock. That's amazing. Now the reason that I can give it throttle and nothing happens is I haven't armed it yet. To arm it, you move your rudder when its throttle's all the way down, left, right, back. And now you can see it's armed. Push the kill button, they stop. Make sure you don't mistake the kill button for the return to home button when you're flying. You're going to be in for a hell of a surprise when this thing just falls out of the air like a brick. Now, we tried the return to home function multiple times, and I would give it a 90 out of 100. Twice, it has come back on the exact spot we marked for a takeoff. 3 or 4 times, it's come within 5 feet. Not really important, I know. But say you take off of a picnic table and you tell it return to home and it comes back and it lands on the edge of the picnic table and then falls over. You know, something like that you just got to be careful, thoughtful of. A couple times it flew backwards over my head, came forward, and just kind of hovered there like it was confused. So the return to home, if nothing else, will bring it back to where you can see it and control it. All right, I'm going to shut this off now. Always airplane first, radio second. Now, there was problems with the original props. They called them the A props. They would break on a lot of people. I flew for 2 weeks with the A props, no problem. But when Horizon said now is the time to switch to the B props and we'll send you some free, I got them. So I'm using B props. The only time I broke an A prop was when I flew this thing at full speed into my buddy Corey's house. It also broke the back of the landing gear, which I repaired with a piece of balsa. And it cracked the crap out of this frame here, which a little bit of CA always takes care of. So now we're going to go into our video segments and you can see what this thing's capable of. guys, that's another episode of Yinz Guys RC. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. You could win a free plane. And until I see you again, keep 'em flying.
Thanks for watching. Now get out of here.